Hey, what's up, guys? Um, First, I wanted to just mention, so kind of like out of it, making my first several videos. I didn't realize at the time that like I was shooting it from like a vantage point like straight into my crotch, which looking back on it now makes me laugh. But there's probably people watching it who are like, "What the fuck?" But you know, whatever. I mean, so it's also watching a lot of people's videos too, and there's something more personable about seeing somebody's face close up and so anyways, new vantage point, and I hope you guys found the humor in the crotch vantage point, the unintentional crotch vantage point. So it gives me something to laugh about now. God knows we all need as many things to laugh about as possible when we're going through this. So day 27 today. It's about noon in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's sunny. It's beautiful out. Thank goodness. So let's see. I want to tell you guys about what I'm feeling still, like what I'm, still going through, what's going good, what's going bad. Because I think that's what people really, really want. I know that's what I really, really wanted when I was going through videos. I really wanted to kind of get an idea of at least, what could be on this day or that day, keeping in mind that there is no baseline for this, and everybody is different, and everybody will withdraw differently for different amounts of time. It's just, if you do the research, that's what you'll find. So day 27 today. What still ails me today? Energy. I'll start with energy because that's the hardest part. Just, getting out of bed, which is also understandable, and I believe it's a snowball effect of not sleeping. I mean, I have progressively been getting a little bit more and more sleep every night, but it's the kind of sleep where you really, really struggle to fall asleep, and then you do fall asleep, but you wake up like an hour later and you're sweaty, and so, I mean, it's better than not sleeping, that's for absolute sure, but it can be questionably restful, when you're going through that, like when you have to get up in the middle of the night and take your sheets off and put new sheets on when you've only slept for 2 hours, and that that can be soul sapping for sure. But you get through it. I've had nights where I didn't sweat. I had the fan in a good spot, maybe, I don't know. But here on day 27, I still have some night sweating going on. I still have trouble sleeping. I can't just put my head down and fall asleep right away. So what I've been doing is, like, as soon as it gets dark, which right now is happening here at about 7:30 p.m., obviously, I just go and I go into the room and I start the process. I lay there, maybe I watch a little YouTube, but like I'm in bed and I'm just kind of letting that process begin, because I found that, because I'm not tired at 7:30, like I know I'm not going to be able to fall asleep. My body's exhausted, but I just, you get to a point where I'm not going to fall asleep right now. But you just have to start winding things down. It's kind of, for me, it's like a process. Like I have to lay there for a while, and so far so good. Eventually I will fall asleep, and then I'll wake up, and then I'll fall asleep, and I'll wake up and I'll fall asleep, sweat, make the bed, but at the end of the night I've gotten some sleep. So, and I feel like a little bit more every night, but the sweating part stinks, that sucks, but it is what it is. So that's and the energy, just like yesterday, my wife and I went out and we were going to like Lowe's or Home Depot or something, and I was like, oh, I got good sleep last night, let me go out with you, let me help you with what we're doing. And like 10 minutes into the shopping trip in Lowe's, I had just had it with everything and everyone, and nothing had even happened. Like nobody pissed me off, nobody like ran over my foot with a shopping cart or anything, but I just lost my patience, and I had to be honest with myself. I was like, sweetheart, you need to take me home, because we had a lot of other things we were going to do, and I was like, you don't want me coming with you to do these things right now, because I'm going to be an asshole. I just know I am. I need to go home. I need to just chill, and I hope you can like accept that and understand it for what it is. And like, so you just, catch yourself in those moments, you know, say your apologies to people if you lose your temper. So, more about what I'm feeling now. The hot and cold has gotten a lot better. I don't get goosebumps anymore. The goosebumps are really, really rare at this point. Goosebumps will happen. I mean, like, in my experience, like, I've never had really pause with other opiate withdrawal. I'm sure I will with this, but the goosebumps always seem to like linger. Like, it would less and less, but like they'd come back and it would just be that really familiar full body goosebump icky feeling, right? But so that's gotten a lot better. The hot and cold's gotten a lot better. I can lay down at night and cover myself with the blanket and not have to take it off too many times, if you know what I mean. You put it on, you get warm, and you take it off, and I find myself having to do that less and less each night. So that's nice. The RLS is pretty much gone. I had that really bad for like the first maybe 9 days, and that's the kind of thing where at night when you're trying to sleep, like you'll get so frustrated with it and you'll start pounding your arms on things and you'll start punching the place where you're having the sensations just to try to make it go away or just to make a different sensation. And RLS sucks, but for me, thank God that really was kind of went away a while ago. So but it sucks. Let's see. My stomach is okay. I still, like, if I eat like some crap, I'm gonna have some digestive issues later. I can tell, if you, to be gross, but like if you look at your stool and you know your body and you know yourself and you understand, the way healthy digestion should work. You can pretty much have a good idea of whether you're back to normal or not, so long as you've not been taking things like loperamide every day or anything, because that will, stay those withdrawals symptoms in your gut until you stop taking it, and then you'll go through that there as well. I haven't taken any loperamide for well over a week now, and I only ever took it as directed on the bottle when I had diarrhea. I wasn't taking it to keep off the withdrawals. I wasn't taking it to get high. That was never my motivation with it. My motivation with it was to not have to fucking worry about shitting myself when I was, trying to sleep, and that was really much, like, I would let the diarrhea happen in the daytime and just deal with it. Now, if you have to work or something, or you have to take care of kids or take, that's totally understandable, like, in those cases. But my experience is just take it as it says on the box. Like, it will plug you up if you take 2 of them. Like, it really will. Even if you're like super hardcore fucking opiate addict person from way back, like, it'll plug you up taken as directed. So, that, because that's rough at night. You're trying to sleep. You've got enough problems. Like, not worrying about like that in the middle of the night is something that I think is totally reasonable. So that was the main reason why I took it, and I have not had to take it, like I said, for like over a week now, and I've not had any diarrhea. So I shouldn't say not any, but not like chronic diarrhea. It's more so like diarrhea from like eating the wrong thing, like fucking jalapeno poppers that I had at Red Robin the other day. They were so good though. All right. I look back and I watched my first video and like, my video from day 4 and from, day 2, and like, I looked like a zombie. I felt like a zombie. And I'm not out of the fog yet. Like, thank God I'm not super depressed, but I have moments where like things will make me cry and stuff, but it feels good, like listening to an old song that brings me back to, maybe a moment in my life that makes me really emotional, or music. Fuck music. If I didn't have music through all this, if I didn't have my fucking headphones here, and like oh, it takes me out of this shit, okay? So, did I list everything that I'm still going through? Like, I feel like if I haven't said it yet, it must not be bad, because, if it's not on the top of my mind. The things that I mentioned are things that are still, an issue, you know, but like totally dealing with it and don't care because I want my life back, you know, like whatever it takes. If it takes fucking 3 years for me to get back to being completely normal, that's what it's gonna take. This is my dog right here. Hi, buddy. This is Mr. Woods. Mr. Woods, say hi. He doesn't know how to look. Now get out of my camera shot. Go, go, go. I'll play with you in a minute. Get out of here. I got him to deal with. I got another one just as big as he is to deal with. They're like 80 pounds each, so that's a challenge. But like having things that you have to get done, you know, can be a really good thing, you know. I'm going to make another video right after this, but I'm going to stop this one now so this can be kind of its own video and not make it all a long ramble. And the next video is going to be kind of about how I got here and my journey on Suboxone and why I decided to get off of it and sort of what happened to me while I was on it. So if you have any questions or want to talk or chat or whatever, leave it in the chat. I always check my chat and I'll reply. Conversate that way, or email or phone or whatever. I love you guys. Be good.